Hey guys, today we are going to be reviewing Spider-Man Miles Morales, PlayStation 5. Alright, so last time we got to web sling through NYC was back in 2018 Marvel's Spider-Man. We got to feel what it was like to be Spider-Man, and we were given a glimpse of the future for Spider-Man when Miles Morales was introduced midway through the game. Our favorite friendly neighborhood spider has returned, but this time, the new spider with some new tricks up his sleeve. Today, we'll be going through the fun factor, control and gameplay, graphics, sound, and replayability. Spider Man Miles Morales. So, yeah, we'll be starting first with the fun factor. It was a blast web slinging through the streets of New York City back in 2018's Marvel's Spider Man, and now we get to experience it again, but this time with some Miles Morales flair to it. Just like its predecessor, Spider Man Miles Morales delivers on all fronts, adding on to what was already a great formula. Web slinging now feels smoother than ever with improved mechanics. It was really cool to actually feel the difference between web slinging as Miles Morales compared to Peter Parker in the previous game. Miles Morales has his own animations and movements that make him feel unique and not just a set of copy and pasted animations, which is awesome. Miles Morales' sense of style and flair shines through as you make your way through the game. Combat is as fun as ever. With his new Venom abilities, Miles Morales really gives you more control over the tide of the battle. The Venom abilities also make it easier to traverse the city with things like Venom Dash and Venom Jump. You can web sling further while maintaining your momentum and height using the abilities. On top of that, there are new gadgets that can be crafted to strengthen Spidey's arsenal, such as the Hollow Drone, which summons a holographic double to fight alongside you. Just like Marvel's Spider Man from 2018, Miles Morales has a great collection of suits that can also be crafted so you can always look good while web slinging through New York City. On to control and gameplay. Controls are identical to 2018 Marvel's Spider Man, but feel more refined. Everything flows and works as it did in the past title, but with a little more polish. And now with the DualShock 5, or well, I mean DualSense 5, we actually really feel the mechanics of the web slinging have really been improved. The DualSense 5 was a perfect choice for this game because it actually lets you feel the sensitivity of Miles Morales web slinging through the city. Like you can actually feel the resistance and the triggers when you're web slinging, which is an awesome addition. As stated previously, the web slinging mechanics are mostly the same, but also improved for the better, making things feel more authentic and seamless as you're zipping across the NYC skyline. Animations from Miles are as responsive and snappy as ever. Overall campaign isn't too long, but that's okay. Miles Morales is straight to the point and doesn't include much filler, so the game doesn't needlessly drag on and delivers a solid story. Besides the main story missions, there are side missions and world events you can keep track of through your friendly neighborhood spider app on Miles's phone. These activities will reward you with points you can then put into crafting gadgets or suits for Miles. And on to the graphics. Graphics in Spider Man Miles Morales were phenomenal. It's actually insane that there was a graphical improvement over 2018 Spider Man because that title already looked amazing. We reviewed Miles Morales on a PlayStation 5 and it was mind blowing how well the game looked and performed in quality mode at 4K 30 FPS with ray tracing enabled. Quality mode, Miles Morales feels super cinematic and has superb frame pacing, so it was barely noticeable that it was 30 FPS. The performance mode, on the other hand, feels smooth as butter at a dynamic 4K 60 FPS. Playing on performance mode at 60 FPS is truly an incredible experience. The game feels even more responsive than it already did at 30 FPS, especially while in combat or just swinging through the city. Recently, a patch has released that introduced a performance ray tracing option. This is amazing because you get the best of both worlds of fidelity and ray tracing, and you still don't have to give up 60 FPS. In this third mode, certain things like pedestrian density have been dialed back a bit to be able to afford ray tracing while still offering 60 FPS. But whichever mode you choose to play in, you will definitely be getting plenty of detail. From the fabric of the spider suit to the reflections of the city on the buildings you swing by, there's plenty to see here. Miles Morales is such an epic and cinematic experience, you tend to forget it's not a movie. And onto the sound. Since Miles Morales is a superhero game, it still has the musical influences from its predecessor, but with a splash of Miles Morales' personality thrown into the mix. You will hear hip hop beats mixed into the orchestra as you're web slinging through NYC's skyline. The BGM for Miles Morales shakes things up, offering more heroic themes with a touch of Miles' personality, so it definitely sets itself apart from the previous title and stands out in a good way. And onto the replayability. In terms of replayability, there is a new game plus mode that can be accessed once the game is finished. So you will be able to do things like fully unlock all gadgets, suits, or upgrades for Miles. If you are a completionist, then you will probably be doing all of the side activities to finish earning skill points, tech parts, and activity tokens. Besides that, there's not too much here in terms of replayability, unless you plan to play through Miles Morales on the hardest difficulty. But yeah, guys, this game is an epic experience that truly makes you feel like you're the wall crawler himself. From its breathtaking visuals to its solid story, Miles Morales definitely proved that the formula of 2018's Marvel Spider Man can in fact be refined and improved for the better. Usually they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But Miles Morales shows that the formula can be further improved upon without taking away from the initial vision. I honestly wasn't expecting to see so much improvement over the previous title, but Insomniac managed to pull it off. So there you have it, guys. That was our review of Spider Man Miles Morales for the PlayStation 5. Hope you guys enjoyed. And like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if you plan on picking up Spider Man Miles Morales for the PlayStation 5 or the PlayStation 4. If you have, let us know your opinions. If you loved it or hated it, guys. And on behalf of JNL Game, thank you and catch you on the next one.